Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning your imaginary friend and how many of us would have had an imaginary friend while we were growing up, before we were introduced to the school system. And many of us can remember our imaginary friend, while there are those who do not remember their imaginary friend. But I just want to take you back a little to really think deeply of how there was an intelligence in you that was telling you where to find nourishment from your mother. Because each and every one of us had to get the milk from our mother's breast. And there was an intelligence that was telling us there's where we're going to get our nourishment, there's where our food going to come from, and there's where we're going to grow and develop by getting food from there. And that is the intelligence that I want to introduce you to. Because when I speak about having an imaginary friend, that was you tapping into the sixth sense. That was you going beyond the five senses of just seeing and tasting and touching and smelling and so on. And so the main ingredients was that we were trusting our intuition, our imagination. We were trusting our mental faculties that we born in this world with. And that is why we had an imaginary friend, because we were actually just coming from an imaginary world and experiencing this physical world, not knowing that it is actually an imaginary world and that it's a dream, and we are spirit having a human experience. So I just want to remind you concerning coming from the world of the invisible and being expressed here in the world of the visible, and to show you that you need to embrace your inner child. You need to get back to that place of innocence where you were trusting in the invisible realm, where you were believing in the invisible realm. You remember whereby we had so many dreams and we had so many goals when we were believing in our imaginary friend, when we were living in that imaginary world as young boys and young girls. And then we were introduced to a world of competition when we joined the school system. That's where first we start to know that some can be referred to as dunce and some can be referred to as bright, and some can do this and some can do that. And that whole world of competition is where we've been robbed from the power of our imagination. But I want to remind you that the bench was first imagined, the pen was first imagined, the pencil was first imagined, the book was first imagined, and the school building was first imagined. That is why I just want to remind you that imagination is what creates reality. Therefore, trust your imaginary friend, because that imaginary friend is your true essence, it's your true being, it's the creative power that is within you that you can use to achieve your every desire. Because you are living in an imaginary world. Everything in this world that you so desire, it was first a thought, it was first an idea, it was first imagined. Money is the medium of exchange on this planet, and money was first a thought, it was first an idea, it was first imagined. We use the computer, it was first a thought, it was first an idea, it was first imagined. The internet, electricity, all of these things, they were first a thought and they were first an idea, they were first imagined, and they are all a replica of what is lying dormant within us. Therefore, activate that power within you and use it to achieve your every desire, because everything on the outside came from within. Everything is your own self being expressed on the outside. Therefore, you have that power to have anything that you desire in this world. So embrace your imaginary friend. Love your imaginary friend and be one with your imaginary friend, because it's your true self. It's your real self. It's your God self. It is self of you that is omnipotent and omniscient and omnipresent. Do you realize that your imagination is omnipotent and omniscient and omnipresent? And in Joshua 1 and 3, it tells you that wherever the sole of your feet shall tread, it will be given unto you. Do you realize that wherever you can travel in your imagination, you can travel there physically? Do you realize whatever you can believe and achieve in your imagination, as long as you conceive it in your imagination, do you realize that it can become your reality? That is why you are told, be careful what you wish for, because thoughts become things, and you are definitely a magician. That is why I encourage you to tap into your magical self by embracing the sixth sense, by embracing your imaginary friend. You have a friend that will give you everything, and that friend is not outside of you. It's the creative power that is within you. It's called the kingdom of God. And when you seek first the kingdom of God and you find the kingdom of God, you find the kingdom of possibilities, the kingdom of creativity, and you'll use your ability to inspire and uplift the rest of humanity. And all these things that you so desire in this world, they will be added on to you, because you'll find your purpose and use your purpose. So, my brothers, my sisters, that is just to remind you that you got to go back to your childhood and learn to embrace your imaginary friend again. So, with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to thank you very much for listening to me. And I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you listen to me, what I'm saying, if it really makes sense to you and it really resonates with you, and you haven't subscribed already, definitely want to encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, and to share this video. Also, if you'd like to have one-on-one session with me, you can definitely reach out to me by way of email, and I will send the link for you with the terms and conditions. Also, if you would like to support this work because you feel strongly led to do so, I just want to remind you that we have a PayPal, and the link is always down below. Can't quite remember if I've already encouraged you to follow me on Instagram or to follow me on TikTok. You can definitely do so by following me at Black Mad Guru. Also, if you would like to be a part of my Patreon community and support this work continually, you are most welcome, and I definitely encourage you to do so if you feel strongly led to do so. Also, I have a $20 course. It's called The Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciousness. And it's all about you tapping into the inner sun that is within you, to get in touch with your inner solar system and understand how your inner solar system is one with your outer solar system. That is why I'm offering this one-on-one Bible study for prosperity, where we are studying the inner sun, science and technology. Because the inner sun, science and technology is what creates all the outer science and technology that is very much beneficial to all of humanity. And you definitely can play your part if you really get to understand this thing more clearly. So if you feel strongly led to listen to those videos, or you feel strongly led to reach out to me, I'll definitely encourage you to do so. At this time, I just want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.